Good morning. It is Sunday, March 15th. Of course, no church today. They canceled just to, honor and respect the recommendations of, local leaders and such. They recommended that large groups not gather, and even though we are technically a little bit below the recommended number they've given, we're like, let's respect the idea of what they're saying, even though technically we could skirt by the rules. No church, but I did want to get out. I don't want to, I was inside all day yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to probably spend most of the day inside today, but I wanted to at least get out and get something to eat, I guess. And thinking about it, I was like, what sounds delicious? Cecil Whitaker's. And that's probably way more food than I actually need. I think it was, a 16-inch pizza and the salad. But it's like, whatever. I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the day inside, so if I have a little bit of it that I set off to the side and eat later, that'll be fine too. And snack on it over the day if need be. So I'm going to have something to eat, have some nice breakfast, lunch, whatever it is. And then see what I can do around the place. Well fed. Wanting to do some things around the condo. Clean. On one hand, it's something I've been needing to do for a while anyways, and then whatever. It's, I guess, the popular thing to be doing with all the concerns, but to start, it's just some basic stuff. To start, I was like, let's get all the bedding washed, because I was just feeling ill the last few weeks, and so let's make sure that's cleaned up from that. And then something that I haven't done in a bit too long, I'm gonna, vacuum. Oh. And I think we're gonna have to vacuum a bit more later, because once I've cleaned up some junk. But it's been a while since I've done that, and I got disinfectant wipes, and I'm thinking, what things get touched that I don't usually think to clean? And I was like, I should go use disinfecting wipes on those. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I've said it, but I took off work tomorrow. I took a half day on Wednesday, sort of on the mindset of reduce the amount of time that I'm in the big shared office building with a bunch of other people. I went around wiping things off until my fingers were nearly prune. Got laundry all turned around, and there's a few things I don't have enough pillowcases to do all of my pillows twice, but I do have a couple extras, and I do have an extra sheet set, so I got that on, and I'm like, I can get a few extra pillows, but it's like, I have to get some laundry done when I do this, the same day that whenever I switch out my bedding, because I don't quite have, I guess I have enough pillowcases, but some of my pillows, I like to have pillowcases that are much longer than the actual pillow, because if the pillowcase just goes from one end to the other, then the one end is hanging out, basically. I like pillowcases that go from one end to, a foot or more past it, so that I can, roll it and tuck it under so that it all stays encased in the pillowcase. Yeah, so some of them I can do that with. And I'm thinking here, with my bedding, I wash pillowcases and sheets often enough. Nearly often enough. However, my blankets will not wash in my washer. Historically, I've had to take them to like a laundromat. Although I believe my mom's most recent washer and dryer that they've gotten now. I think she said it was able to wash theirs successfully, so I might be able to go do it over there. But I do have extra blankets, so I am going to switch out for those. I don't like them as much. They're not quite as comfortable, but they're clean. And that's saying something. So until I can get these cleaned, I may switch to those. And I've begun work on getting my bed put back together, which I always find to be such a pain. I did confirm with my mother that her washer and dryer can do the blankets, so I'll just use my backups and finally get those washed. Much needed. I got a call from work, and they're asking redundant questions, but just basically like, have you been exposed to anyone with the coronavirus in the last 14 days? Have you traveled internationally in the last 14 days? And I'm just like, no. I'm like, I guess it's better that they're being extra precautious than not precautious enough. And I have heated up the remainder of my lunch for dinner. So, that was a pretty good lunch option, as it's basically been my meal for the entire day. And I'm gonna have that. So, keep it on. Working on laundry. I got old bedding on the bed, which is not as comfortable, just it's like not as soft. And it smells like it's been in a mildly humid closet where I do laundry for months. But it's probably a day or two, and then I'll get my other stuff back. Also, it's smaller than my normal blankets, so it doesn't quite fit the bed properly. Oh well. My decision was this, or after getting the sheets all clean again, putting the old blankets back on. I was like, I'd rather do this. At least they're clean. And that's largely what I did today. I clean frequent enough, but most of the time my cleaning is mostly tidying up. Today, there was actually a lot more cleaning involved with my cleaning. Which I suppose is good anyways. Otherwise, it's starting to get late. I'm gonna get cleaned up myself and get to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.